Race 1 of the SCL Canon Endurance Premiership Season 6 Grand Final is about to get underway. 10 teams are going to duke it out over the course of 3 races for one title. That's of SCL CEP Season 6 Champion. First race of the night is going to be on All Dirty Little Secrets by Larens. Lap record held by Mebe12 with a 108.919. And we're currently seeing the first few sets of dirt corners that you see, this fast sweeping chicane. Then drop down here for CP number 3, followed by a by a mixed surface turn. There we go, dirt on most of the surface. Then drop down to CP5. Be careful not to go too far down the inside. It could be easy to clip the wall like Hacker just did, and then that would completely wreck your lap. CP5 is passed right away. Then CP6 with this long U-turn. Go as tight as you can to keep as much grip as possible. Then jumping into CP7. Watch out to not go too aggressive on the inside, otherwise you will hit the rock face on the inside and potentially flip your car. Then U-turn after CP7 right here. Wide tight MIG apex. CP8, and then the long winding drift U-turn. Make sure to exit as parallel to the road as possible to keep as much grip as possible. And then the end section, which is consisting of this long winding right-hander, then this left-hander with ledge speed, then the second to final corner coming up, drift in here, try to cut a little bit on the dirt, then jump on the ramp for the final corner and cross the start-finish line to start lap number 2. So then, here we go, 10 seconds to go. Good luck, have fun, everyone. Race 1, all dirty little secrets of the CEP Season 6 Grand Final is about to get underway. And I would suggest that we would spectate, let's actually spectate someone from a favorite team here, Cloud from Team Amplified. As they funnel down into the first corner, Cloud not having, staying right within this pack, and yeah, the starts in Trackmania races are always like this, really packed racing onto the bank corners, not as well negotiated by one of the players. It seems as though it was Mebe who has made a mistake early on, and yeah, the teammate from Cloud is already left in the dust as the rich CP3 and onto the mixed U-turn they go. Ooh, that was a full stop pick by one of the Demise guys. That must have been Voyager. No, actually it was Skugako, one of the Team Jean-Bjorn drivers that had made the full stop pick. Unfortunately for Skugako, it seems as though it did not really pay off, and his teammate Zenob, whilst he's in the pack, whilst he keeps his hand in the pack, he's still not in the best place he wants to be right now. So, meanwhile at the top it is Quentin43 who leads the field in front of Maddox in second, in front of actually Cloud in second place, Maddox third. Node and Sturam battling it out for the top 5. Quentin43 heading into the drift, into the dirt left-hander. Nice exit by almost all players. Team Godspeed 1 and 2, leading the field so far at the end of lap number 1 coming up right now. Quentin43 in front of Node. Could Cloud overtake Node for lap number 2? Not quite. Let's see on the final turn. It is going to be Quentin and Node in first and second. Cloud third. Suram fourth. Maddox fifth. The Boss 6. Hacker, Fat Kid, Eric, and Greenius will complete your top 10. So Voyager is in 11th, the Team Exorcist drivers Rex and Yogo in this order are in 12th and 13th, and actually as we say that, Yogo has got overtaken by both Mixu and LMB Willie. So, Voyager meanwhile battling it out with Rex trying to defend his 11th position and trying to potentially overtake Fatkid for P10. This snaking section is well negotiated. Hello Helia, hope you're doing good. Yeah, currently Voyager holding steady in 11th position, but look at Rex right here. He's trying to pile the pressure on the Norwegian driver from Team Demise to try and snatch away 11th position from his hands, but it seems as though he's not giving up, Voyager, although this wide line might make him give up at one point, although he has much more speed. Oh, actually Greenius has made a mistake as well that we did not really catch that up, and he will promote automatically Voyager up to P10 and Rex up to P11, and Greenius also caught up by his teammate right here, LMB Willie, the 2 German drivers driving in formation. At the end of lap number 2, it is Quentin who is still in the lead, but now Node has got overtaken by Cloud. Cloud currently splitting the 2 Godspeed drivers. This the meat in the sandwich, so to speak, of Godspeed, and now is trying to make short work of the Flying Dutchman from Team Amplified to get back into second place and back up his teammate Quentin. But Cloud with really aggressive lines before the mixed U-turn, before CP4 tried to make something happen on the later, but it did not pay off so far, and so Quentin still retains the lead after CP5. Node is still piling the pressure on the Dutch driver from Team Amplified, and it seems as though the standings are, it's still going to be the status quo for now. at least entering into his final set of corners with Nord with a more aggressive line than Cloud. Cloud with whipper momentum, maybe not quite. He's not able to actually retake the second position, so Nord will make it stick, and we'll be back to a 1-2 situation for Godspeed Team 1. Cloud in P3. Eric getting a little bit left behind the lead group in P4. He's already finding himself almost a second behind the leader, 7/10 behind the battle for second place between Nord and Cloud, and then Suram a little bit further behind in P5, battling it out with Maddox from Team Smurfing 2. Let's actually check in the times after 3 laps being run, and currently the fastest lap of the race is a 109.936 by Quentin 43 from Team Godspeed 1. So currently this is the beginning of the race. We could see the pace increasing after the course of a few laps, and it seems that we got a rip from Quentin. Quentin in the meantime has made a huge mistake, and he drops from the lead right down to the depths of below the top 10 even. So yeah, that's one Godspeed driver out of the way on lap number 4, and now it's all up to his teammate Nod to continue leading the charge for Team Godspeed, but he's got one Flying Dutchman that is hot on his heels, and that's Cloud from Team Amplified. Eric finding himself in 3rd place as a result of Quentin's mistake. He's still 9/10 of a second down on the leader right now in 1st place, which is currently Nod. Maddox in P4 and Suram in P5. Suram having being overtaken by Maddox. Then the boss is in P6, but look who is actually pursuing him. It's Hecker from Team Something But Butter. The boss with a really dodgy line through the second to last corner would allow Hecker to go through into P6. And now next target in his sights for Hecker is Suram from Team Demise, and the top 5 place is at stake here. Watch out to not clip the water in that very first left-hander that we saw here on the dirt side. Hecker with less speed compared to both the boss and Fatgate, and the two Germans will make short work of their compatriot right away, and even Greenius gets into the battle as well. So yeah, we got 5 German drivers battling it out with each other for position right now, and the boss and Fatgate are currently battling it out against each other, but also trying to catch back up to Suram in 5th place. Suram is currently 4/10 up the road of this leading battle right now, and Hecker has managed to make the junction back to Fatgate and the boss clipping the inside of the rock face. He will drop a little bit of momentum even though he saved it, and that's gonna allow Fatgate, Mebe starting a comeback, Halo and Hecker back through to 7th, 8th, and to 6th, 7th, and 8th respectively. Mebe, after that appalling start and that early mistake in the first dirt corner, is climbing back into the top 10 slowly but surely. Meanwhile, at the top of the race, it is still Nod leading the lead. Cloud got left behind. 2/10 of a got left behind a little bit. 2/10 of a second. Oh, we got a mistake from Fatgate as well. Fatgate dropping down after touching the wall on the outside, and that is going to be demoting him down to P10. Although he remains in contact with his compatriot, the boss from Team Broken Wrist, and Greenius touching the outside wall as well. That's going to promote Fatgate and LMB Willie as well as Quentin 43. I'm afraid, yeah, Quentin 43 goes past Greenius for 12th position. And Voyager will be potentially the next one to reap the benefits of the mistake from Greenius, although he seems a little bit too far behind to make anything out of this mistake by the extremely disoriented driver. And just behind him, we find Skogako in P14, who's trying to make a comeback as well, but not as good as he's currently not panning out as much as Bebe's comeback is currently paying out. We're on the end of lap 6, and he's come back to 16th position after that really early mistake on lap number 1. And yeah, next in his sights are Maddox and Suram, currently battling it out for 4th position. Maddox currently he's sitting in P4, and Suram just behind him in P5. And meanwhile, the battle for the lead is slowly but surely hotting up. Less than 2/10 of a gap between Cloud and Nod. Nod first, Cloud in 2nd place. We're within the 10th right now, so it could be anyone's game at this point at the start of lap number 7. CP1 cleared, onto the left-hander, then the right-hand downhill drifts. Nicely done, snap back out really quickly. Nice inside line by Cloud. Almost hit the wall on the outside for Nod. That would have been catastrophic. Now onto CP4 and the mixed surface turn right now. And yeah, Nod still holding steadfast and currently 3/10 ahead of Cloud in 2nd place. And yeah, the gaps are still holding pretty steady. So we're going to go ahead back towards the deeper end of the field. Maddox still resisting to Suram in P4 meanwhile. The gaps having widened to around 2/10 of a second here. And, it seems as though we got Skogako, who's made a mistake again, and he was actually in P14 and dropped down 3 spots in the space of a few seconds. The Team Jean-Bjorn driver currently not feeling good in P17, and his teammate Zenov is not looking good as well. He's currently trying to overtake Rex, but Zenov is currently the last driver in the field in last place, 22 seconds down on the leader towards the end of lap number 7, as Nord rounds the second to last corner. And to jump the final corner, lap number 8 started Nord in front of Cloud on to the start of lap number 8. With a brand new lap record, it seems, for, not a new lap record. The fastest lap of the race is currently held by Nord with a 109.626. So we're heading towards the mid 109s for this race, and we could potentially see a low 109 being dropped later at a later stage, towards the late stage of the race. Let's actually see if we got any battle brewing so far. We got Benzo and Mixu for for P14. Currently, Mixu with a better inside line overtakes Benzo, but Benzo with more speed due to that inside line. Oh no! He will clip the outside. He will flip over and be forced to respawn, and he will drop down to P18 as a result of that mistake. And yeah, unfortunately for Benzo, that was an F right there if I ever seen one. Meanwhile, towards the middle of the field, we see LMB Willie currently sitting in P10, trying to catch up to Voyager 006 for Team Demise. And further up the road, we got a battle brewing between Quentin 43 and Hacker. Hacker in P7, Quentin in P8 after that mistake a little bit earlier on. Quentin with a more aggressive line compared to Hacker will be able to get back within his rear bumper. And so, game on is going to be done for this particular round. And Hacker, will he be able to resist? Oh, the drift line. Quentin going for the no drift line, but it seems as though Hacker had that little bit more speed that really carried through, although that missed U-turn will be in favor of Quentin 43, and he will be into P7. Watch out not to clip the inside, that would be pretty catastrophic. Hello kid, hope you're doing good. And then we've got Suram a little bit further up the field in P4, then Mebe into the top 5 again in the space of 8 laps completed and 9 laps completed in a few seconds. We've got Mebe, who made a mistake in lap 1, dropped to 19th place, and now the Team Amplified driver is back into the top 5 and looking to score some pretty decent points to back up his teammate Cloud, currently sitting in 2nd place. And Cloud is getting left behind slowly but surely by Nod. Nod carrying the Team Godspeed effort right now and pulling away quite a bit from Cloud, from Team Amplified, 7/10 of a second as they start lap number 10 between Nod in 1st place and Cloud in 2nd. Then we've got Eric 9/10 down on Cloud in 3rd place. Then in 2nd down we find Suram in P4 and then Mebe in P5. Mebe making a really good work here on his comeback after that early mistake on round number 1. Yeah, it is 20 lap race for the Grand Finals, Miss. It is indeed 20 laps. As we missed that on camera, but Suram has made a mistake and was forced to respawn, and that will be automatic P4 for Mebe in the end. For Mebe, as a result of that mistake, Suram is down to P8, just behind Hacker in P7, and then Quentin in P6. And so far, it seems as though the better operation would be in favor of Team Amplified in terms of the point standings, as Eric has managed to overtake Cloud. Cloud has made a mistake that we missed, and unfortunately for the Team Amplified driver, he's falling down to 3rd place, and now even his teammate wants to have a piece of the action as he sees his fellow teammate currently growing bigger and bigger on his screen as he catches up to him. He's within 3/10 of Cloud right now. All maps are played for 20 laps. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, what the? Nod! Nod has made a mistake, and he is out of the lead, and thus Team Godspeed's lead has been relinquished, and it's not the leader that we were expecting here. It's Eric from Team Broken Wrist who will inherit the lead as a result of Nod's mistake, as we are past halfway through the race. This seems like we got a little bit of a weird correlation. Quentin 43 also leading the race halfway through, also leading half the race in the final race of the growth stage, and after lap number 12 exactly, lap 13, mistake, and the lead gets relinquished. So yeah, Mebe is currently in P2, having overtaken Cloud, having made a tiny mistake. And now it's going to be a battle for the lead that we see right here, brewing up slowly but surely. Mebe closed the gap ever so slightly to Erik. Now he's within 7/10 of the Swedish driver from Team Broken Wrist, and it seems that the gap only continues to shrink as time goes by. But no, that is such an unfortunate mistake from the French player from Team Godspeed 1. He's currently trying to battle with Suram and Hacker, and potentially trying to make short work of him to catch back up to his teammate Hacker with the full slope. And that's going to be it for Hacker. Fat Kid and Greenius as well as Voyager overtake him, and he's out of the top 10, Hacker. Meanwhile, Naughty's trying to battle it out with Suram for the benefit of P6. And it seems as though he's within his gearbox, and yeah, Erik has made a mistake. And now 1-2 situation for Team Amplified. Mebe from Australia leading in front of Cloud in second place, but Cloud is currently feeling the pressure from Erik in third place, and Erik trying to make it stick. It will not work as Cloud has got more momentum, and he will potentially regain the advantage in the dirt. U-turn right now, not quite, or yeah, he will. He will potentially overtake him into the next set of corners. They're going for the wide line, trying to carry much more momentum. It seems to be paying off somewhat, but he still got overtaken by Cloud. So right now, it's a 1-2 situation for Team Amplified as we get into lap number 13 right now, with Mebe and Cloud in first and second place. Erik in third, 2/10 behind, waiting to pounce. Meanwhile, Maddox is currently holding strong. He's within 1.2 seconds of the leaders right now in P4. Quentin 43 is currently in P5. Suram in P6. Nord in P7, trying to snatch P6 away from Suram's hands. And then Fat Kid 8th, Greenius and Voyager complete your top 10. Skugako is currently, or Shadow rather, is back up to P11. This comeback is slowly but surely coming from the team Jean-Bjorn driver, and Mebe has made a mistake off camera, and he's now overtaken by both Cloud, Erik, and Maddox. And yeah, down to P4 he goes in the space of a few corners. It goes just like that. On the snap of a finger, you can lose 3 places, even more, if the pack is really tight. And so it is Cloud leading the race in front of Erik in second place, Maddox in third place, and Erik is looking to be really close to match. Looking to be a really close match to Cloud right now, as he tries to catch back up to him towards the end of lap number 13. As we start lap number 14, Cloud will be in third place, Erik second, Maddox third, and Mebe fourth. Quentin and Nod in P5 and P6. Nod managing to get by Suram in the end. Suram in 7th. Greenius, Fat Kid, and Voyager will be your top 10. And towards the back end of the field, 15th place for Hacker, meanwhile, in 10th second down on the leader, and 40th seconds down on the leader, we found Zenob, which will potentially be the first car, and probably the only car, to be lapped. As Maddox is battling it up with Mebe again. Mebe trying to get by Maddox here. Let's see the landing here. Ooh, really nicely negotiated by almost all the players in the top 6, top 7, top 8. Fat Kid, yeah. Voyager a little bit wide line through there, but still, he manages to make it through. And so Mebe is up to P3 right here for the moment in the middle of lap number 14. And Cloud tries as much as he can to resist the assaults of Erik from Team Broken Wrist. The Swedish driver trying to make something happen, trying to reel Cloud in and force him to make a mistake to eventually get the points for Team Broken Wrist. His teammate is not faring too well at the moment. The boss is currently sitting in P13. Although with a situation like this, even if Erik takes the win, it will be the best situation in terms of point scoring for both Cloud and Mebe for Team Amplified, as they would be sitting at the worst second and third if Cloud does indeed relinquish the lead to Erik, but it seems as though he shows no sign of doing that and currently continues to drive a really clean race. The fastest lap of the race is Mebe 12s with a 109.575. So yeah, we're slowly but surely increasing pace a little bit, and the times start to drop. We could potentially see a 0.4 in the space of a few laps by one of the leading drivers here. And look at this, the top 4 is still within a second of each other, and yeah, the battle is really hunting up to be close and fierce between all of these contenders for the top spot. 3 different teams also being represented in that top 4. 2 players from Team Amplified and Mebe 12, and then 1 driver from Team Broken Wrist and Team and Team Amplified, and Eric temporarily takes the lead from both Mebe and Cloud. Mebe trying to make something happen, trying to reel him back in, trying to force him to make a mistake. They're within each other, they're wheel to wheel, they're neck and neck. Mebe with a bit of an aggressive line, he will not pay off, and he will get overtaken by both Eric and his teammate Cloud, and Eric will take the lead on lap number 16. 5 laps to go in this race for all of these players, and currently it is Eric in first place, Cloud and Mebe in second and third, Maddox in fourth. Ooh, Mebe almost touching the wall with that aggressive turn. Within half a second is the top 4 right now. This is the lead of the race that you're currently seeing right now. Eric and Cloud, Mebe full stop picking into the mixed surface U-turn, and he will drop down to P7 as Suram has overtaken him as a result of that mistake. And Team Godspeed's 2 drivers, Quentin 43 and Nod, are back into the top 5 as a result of that. Meanwhile, in the lead, it is currently Eric facing off against Cloud. Cloud within a 1/10 of a second of Eric in first place. Trying to get a little bit of a smoother line, trying to get as much speed as he can into the dirt left-hander, to the dirt banked corner. Then we go into the snaking session. Could Cloud make something happen here? And could he reel Eric in for the benefit of first place? Mebe is going to have to make another fight back once again to try and secure some bug points for Team Amplified. Meanwhile, Cloud is doing the best he can to dislodge Eric from first place, whilst Maddox is hanging on for dear life, and he's doing a good job for Team Smurfer 2. I was just say that! The Caster's Curse hits, and he has a dodgy line, and both of the Team Godspeed guys are gonna scoop by him. Bye-bye into top 3 and 4, and well, we could potentially see a top 2-3 for Team Godspeed as they're all over Cloud's back right now. Cloud with a really dodgy landing through here, and both Team Godspeed players will be past him. 2 and 3 are Team Godspeed, and they're now 1.8 seconds down, 2 seconds down even the leader. It seems as though it could be over with 4 and a bit laps to go. Oh my god, how the events have unfolded in the last few seconds. Eric with now a really clear buffer ahead, just behind him, 1.8 seconds to Nod in second place. Nod and Quentin running in formation, comme à la parade as we say in French, and they are gonna try to reel Eric back in. We've got 3 laps to go in this first race of the grand final, and still a comeback can happen, but Eric has got the advantage, although the gap seems to have shrunken a little bit. We got a 10th clump back by the Team Godspeed guys in between the 9th checkpoint and the finish line. Yogo-san also seems to have made a little bit of a rip, so yeah, he will be down to P19, 14 seconds down on the left. And oh, actually it's a disconnect from Yogo. Completely missed that point, and yeah, that's a DNF unfortunately for Yogo, who is suffering a connection issue as a result of some sort of stoppage. And currently the fastest lap is still Mebes with a 109.575. Eric still holding in the lead really convincingly here. Keeping cool, calm, and collected. He is what the Swedish driver from Team Broken Wrist is currently doing as he rounds out the final few corners on lap 18, about to start the penultimate lap of this race. You got disconnected, Yogo. That's what I figured. Really sorry for you. Give him some love in chat, please, because I feel like he does not deserve what had happened to him with that disconnect. So give him some love in the chat. Meanwhile, Team Godspeed are continuing their assault and trying to relentlessly catch Eric for the benefit of first place. Eric still holding the lead, but going a little bit wide into that mixed U-turn, and that gap could potentially be within a second now. Eric going really aggressive, going full risky, and trying to bring as much as he can muster against the Team Godspeed guys. So far, it's good enough to continue to hold them off. 1.1 second of a gap between first and second place, and actually the group's second place here with Quentin and Nod running in formation for Team Godspeed 1. Meanwhile, towards the bottom of the field, Maddox and Suram, as well as Mebe and Cloud, are still trying to catch back up and try to grab some points. Cloud 4th, Mebe 5th. Oh, actually, Maddox... Wait, Mebe made a mistake, and he will drop down to P7 as a result of that. And now we're within the second for Eric and Quentin and Non as we're heading into the final lap. Could Godspeed make it happen? Let's see. Final lap underway. White flag, white flag, white flag. Final lap underway. 9/10 of a second. The gap between Eric in first place and Quentin in second place. Will it be a Frenchman or will it be a Swedish driver in the lead? As Quentin makes a mistake, hits the wall, and he will be up to Nod to catch everyone back up. And to catch Eric back up to try and overtake him for first place. Now we're down to 7/10. Will this be the heartbreak section right here? Nope, not quite. Eric still holding strong. Quentin is left behind by his teammate Nod, and now it's up to him to catch Eric here. Eric still holding steadfast as we head into the jump. Nicely negotiated here. Here we go. 6/10 of a second. Will it be enough? Will anyone falter? Will anyone make a mistake right here on this battle for the top two? Let's actually see here the final snaking section coming up, the finish coming up slowly but surely. Eric seems as though he's got it under control, and he will be taking the win on race 1 for Team Broken Wrist. There we go, the final corner. Eric wins race 1. Not in second, Quentin 3rd, Cloud 4th, Suram 5th, Maddox 6th, Mebe 7th, and Greenius in 8th. Then we got Fat Kid 9th, Skugako completes the top 10, Voyager 11th, The Boss in 12th position. Then we've got Mixu in P13, Hacker in P14, LMB Willie P15, Benzo is rounding up the last couple of corners to cross the line in P16. P17 for Rex. 18th place then, 10 seconds further behind, we've got Lokring for P18. And then just behind him, we're gonna find Zenob from Team Jean-Bjorn, who will still finish on the lead lap. Unfortunately, one retirement to actually report, and that is the one from Yogoson due to a technical issue, a game disconnection it seems like, and unfortunately for him, no points scored for Team Exortus. So yeah, Eric wins the race in front of Nordic Content, that's your podium. Cloud and Suram complete your top 5, Maddox, Mebe, Greenius, Fat Kid, and Skugako complete your top 10 at the end of race number 1. And so it is Team Godspeed against all odds that will claim the most points out of race number 1 for their team in the grand final.